these right here, so... Oh, he topped it. He cold topped it.
Okay. Gotta get up. Yeah.
Eight iron. Oh, he shanked it. Oh, look at that line, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, is he out of sync.
Couple of promises being delivered.
Well, yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Sawgrass sling.
No.
No.
Sawgrass splash.
Sawgrass splash.
And that should be pretty easy to remember
Sorry.
because of how many balls you put in the water.
You did, you promised and you deliver. Our second week in the Bogey Boys cabin. We mentioned last week, didn't we, about has anybody got a name? And our boy Richard Healy come up with the Bogey Boys cabin.
Ah, boy, man, yeah.
What are you thinking about that?
Boss?
Yeah.
Sound, yeah.
Well, cheers to the...
Wait, and I was going to wait there and get your fucking Singapore, what is it called?
Singapore
Sawgrass splash
sling.
out the way of me fucking display, me Bogey Boys.
Cheers, brother. So what's in this?
Cheers. This is lime juice, orange juice, lemonade, and vodka.
Lovely.
And by the way, I just said that. It's obviously gone to my head. Golf opens this week, doesn't it?
It does. This week. It's literally a week today.
I know.
So next week it opens.
Well, in my mind, it's this like I'm.
Well, this is the last Monday we can't play golf.
Yeah.
So that's very, very exciting news,
Sick,
isn't it?
that, innit?
I cannot wait to get out there, you know.
Kicked off on David, didn't he?
Why?
Because he fucking got his diary out, didn't he? Right. And he showed me. He's like, "Oh, I might be able to get you into like the week after, the Monday after next or something." And I was like, "Monday after next?" I said, "Are you joking me?" So I've been speaking to you all for weeks about getting me in first, like for one to be in, like. And
The man's busy.
He opened his
He's on a
diary,
busy
and I could
schedule.
see some names, like a few people. I was like, as if he's in before me, as if he's in before me. And he went, "Right, then, George, 7 a.m. Monday morning." I was like, "Yeah, I do."
Is that you going that early, yeah?
Yeah, well, just because I've kicked the fuss up now, so I'm gonna have to.
5 was good enough to enter our first Northern Order of Merit event as well,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Entered in the Hesketh Henriques.
Is that what is that? I couldn't read that word, you know.
Maybe it's not. Fact check.
Yeah,
Henriques.
Henriques. Yeah, I
Something
don't know.
like that. Yeah, I've played in it before when I was younger.
Have you?
Yeah. Didn't do too
Have you
well.
ever won any of them?
Never.
No. No, just I didn't know. I
No,
actually didn't know.
I've never won. No, I've played the SNA Bowl. I've played the Hillside Pines. The only one I've never played in because I never got low enough was the Birkdale Goblet.
Ah, right.
It's the only one I never got to play. And I played in the Junior Open at Birkdale, but never played the Goblet. But I'm looking forward to golf season starting, competitions start getting booked in again.
Well, I've never really played anything outside of a club that I've been at.
You've never.
This is the most serious I've ever took golf, to be honest. I even went to golf college.
That was more drinking college for you, though.
That's it.
We
man.
spoke about that.
That's it.
So yeah, Tiger's been in the news. Good news about him though. He's back home recovering.
That's boss.
Yeah,
That
3
is
weeks. 3 weeks going through all the surgery since the serious crash he was involved in, but he's back home now.
Yeah. It's a massive positive, isn't it? At the end of the day, like he's one, like we were saying, he's alive. He's home with his kids. He can be dad again and all that. So
Yeah, and we'll just have to watch this space. I haven't heard anything else about his recovery.
I just still want to see him.
Yeah. Well, should we do the quiz?
Go on then.
It's my turn, innit?
Go on.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
I've gone for multiple choice, so this again changing the goalposts.
Oh.
I've gone multiple choice. There's 5 questions and then 3 answers. So
Okay.
and it's all relevant to this week's golf, so it'll bring us on nicely to the Honda Classic and what happened there. So, question number 1: how many golf balls went in the water at the Honda Classic? Was it A 137, B 237, or C 337?
That threw me, that question, because I seen the water count
Yeah.
and it was at like 251, so I'm thinking 337.
237.
237?
Yeah.
I seen that 251.
No, it must have been 215.
250, dyslexic.
Question number 2: how many players in the field at the Honda Classic shot 4 sub-70 rounds? So we're in the 60s for each round. Was it A 0, B 5, or C 10?
0.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's mad.
yeah. There was every player shot at least 1 round in the 70s.
No way.
Yeah.
And it was a par 70 as well.
Par 70, yeah.
Oh,
So there was no 4 rounds in the 60s, yeah.
shows you the difficulty of it, though, doesn't it?
But yeah,
It's
we'll come on to that in a minute.
living up to its name,
it was
isn't it?
living up to its potential, yeah. Question number 3. On Saturday, what was the combined number of birdies at the Bear Trap? Was it A, 8, B, 10, or C, 12?
That low, yeah.
It's on the 3 holes, yeah.
Jesus. 8.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's 8.
Do you know what? I can't even remember the other 2 options. Eight just stuck in my mind. I was like, I'm going with that.
Question number 4. Wesley Bryant took his kit off to play a shot in the hazard. What was his score at the time of playing the shot? Was it A plus 6, B plus 9, or C plus 12?
+6.
No, plus 9.
Do you know what? Is that you put the thing on
Yeah.
Canva? I should have seen that. I should have seen that.
Plus 9. Okay, and then the final one. How many? It's WGC week this week.
Yeah.
Again, we've got the Dell Technologies match play. How many WGC events are there?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't even let me give the multiple choice answer.
I know. Do you know what? I was just thinking like, that's a bad question.
I already know them. So what you get there then?
Good few there. That's at
3 out of
least
5.
deserve a point for that.
3 out of 5 you got. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It was good. It was very short. Not the altitude puts 40 yards on them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And them par 5s, they just look like par 4s.
Yeah.
And some of the par 4s look like par 3s, really.
Yeah, was it 6-8?
6-8, but I just mean even in the was it the 11th that the Harding made eagle
Yeah.
on the final round, and he like the other 2, that Kitayama and whoever else was hitting 3-woods, like, and then badly, and it was getting up by the green and stuff. It was very, very short.
Yeah, it was a very short course, and like you say, when you take the altitude into perspective as well, it's even shorter, isn't
Exactly, yeah.
it?
Exactly.
So yeah, but no, interesting stuff about that Justin Harden. That's his 2nd European Tour victory. Bogey free final round 66, like say, including that eagle, finished 21 under par and won by 2 shots.
Before we actually move on to the Honda Classic tournament, right? I've
Yeah.
just got a few mad facts about Monday qualifiers.
Okay, yeah, let's go do it.
So, all the Monday qualifiers for this event have all got like a mad little story on them. So, Eric Compton had a double heart transplant before, and so he's the only one of them in the field, which is mad.
Yeah.
Zach Zabak shot 65, and then he said he was in hard second on the day, and he said, if I don't get in, I've still got a tournament to play. And he went to the Drive Shack that night. It was like Top Golf, and they have all different games and stuff, and won $1,000, and he had like a picture of himself with the check, but ended up getting in, so he ended up playing anyway.
So that was his little...
He was like, I've already got a tournament
backup
to
plan.
play anyway. Yeah, exactly. So he was grinding, do you know what I mean? Steve Stallings shot 66, didn't think it was good enough, drove 30 minutes home, and then ended up turning around because he had a change of heart, and ended up getting in a playoff and won a spot.
Oh my God. Nearly a poor Kinnear.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, it was a poor Kinnear basically, because he got off. And
Yeah, but he actually left, yeah.
Yeah. And then Marcel Rozo was only in the area, so he just went into the Monday qualifier anyway. He already had a flight that night to go to Louisiana to play on the Corn Ferry, and he ended up getting in, cancelling the flight to the Louisiana and playing that event.
Wow.
So I personally think that we should have Monday qualifiers for every event and just get loads
Just
of
to
boss
see what it
stories.
is,
Yeah.
Well, it'd be good to see the Euro Pro Tour they've got done this year.
Yeah,
haven't they? Like we
exactly,
spoke about
yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
It'll be good to see any success stories from the guys who didn't have a card and then end up qualifying through the Monday qualifying and winning the tournament. So we'll keep an eye on
Like
it.
he's got, what's that, 7 years between wins he's got?
Yeah, 2014 was the last one at the Houston Open, wasn't
And
it?
like that, it must be hard to be like grinding and like on the number and then like getting your card. I don't know if he's been back down to the Corn Ferry or back over to Australia or what. I haven't fully looked into his career. Brilliant. Do you know, I got a little statistic for you. I know you usually
That
like
man,
them.
go
Yeah,
on, let's have it.
So his approach round 1, he was first.
Yeah,
Like
approach to the green.
Approach to the green, yeah. And he was his approach round 1 he was first, and then in round 3 he was 63rd, so that's nearly bottom.
Yeah,
So he's went from first to last because obviously he shot 900 and then
70 shot level par
Yeah.
second round, yeah.
so then round 3 he was 63rd, but he was first on
Round 3 he was 63rd.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then he was first for around the green, so he's first in scrambling.
Oh,
So
getting up
although
and
he's missed
down.
all the greens, he was getting up and
He
down.
was
So it's
chipping
proper,
up and-
well-rounded like
Yeah.
performance. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. When he's not hitting it so well, he's relying on a short game and it's paying
And
off.
it's there, yeah.
But it's
which is
funny you
boss.
should say about his chipping, because in 2014 he beat Matt Kuchar in a playoff, and he chipped in on 18. And as
For
of,
the win?
in the playoff, yeah, chipped in for the win.
Ah, right, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
There you go. He's
he
obviously got it, hasn't
he
he?
held an absolute monster to get into a playoff at 18, and then they went for the playoff, just him and Kuchar, and he chipped in to win. To
Great.
take the win. Yeah,
That's great. Do
unbelievable.
you know he takes 4.8 seconds to hit every shot?
The 4.8 seconds.
From walking up to impact.
Wow.
Like he walks up, stands, and just swings.
He was really fast, but that's fast, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen Scratch Golf, but I've got a timer on him.
After yeah.
And then like there's like a load of videos of him hitting like different shots throughout the week, and
Uh-huh.
he just no practice swings and just goes hits it.
Some goal in that
I know.
4.8.
I know.
I suppose it takes that element of doubt out there. It was a complete contrast of what his playing partner done.
Oh, yeah.
JB.
JB
He's been getting some stick, hasn't he, on
Oh,
the
he's
social
getting
media?
hammered.
I know about how slow he
Hammered.
was, and the fans were giving him some on the course as well.
But it's although like fair enough if you're doing it and you're playing well, but if you're doing it and you're playing and you're shooting, what do you shoot 79?
Yeah,
Like
he had a shocker there on the Sunday, didn't he?
and then I read something where he played with Brooks Koepka in the 2019 British Open,
Yeah.
and he shot 87, and he was
Do you know? I remember that.
playing and he was taking his time on every shot still.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like,
And
and I
I
can
do
imagine
remember
Koepka wanting to do him in, can't you?
that. just take him out. Yeah, hurry up, because he's fast as well, and
Like,
he's no nonsense
no
golf
nonsense,
Koepka, isn't he? Just gets up
and he
gives
hates
it a whack.
he's very outspoken about slow play as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
So
he is. No, it was a good tournament. I really enjoyed it. To be fair, the struggle was real, wasn't it? That bear trap, it's a monster.
I
Isn't it?
know it's scary, isn't it?
It's not even a bear; it's a monster.
Yeah, exactly. It's scary. But speaking of scary, did you see Camilo Villegas?
Yeah,
You had him in
My pick.
in your picks, yeah. So did you know that he had to finish third or better to keep it to go stay in the 125?
Yeah.
So but he obviously finished 8th. So he's still in his 126 to 150 because he had to finish inside the top 32. But then with everything he's been through with his daughter and that, like he just was rooting for him to get
Yeah.
top 3.
Well,
Wasn't he, do you know what I mean?
Well, is it because that Brandon Hagee finished second, then there was a tied third, and then it went tied 8th. So Villegas had a putt on 18 for eagle. He just left it short, and if he'd have held that, he'd have tied third. I don't know whether that would have been good enough, because
I think tied 3, yeah. I think it would have got him,
Would that have got him? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because he hit an absolute paler into 18, and they were talking about that, and he had that eagle putt to get himself into a position. And if he would have held it, he would have moved up a spot.
Killer. I seen an interview with that Hagee. He turned up like he got something happened to him on Wednesday. I didn't actually go into the full detail of it, but
Yeah, so he got the call last minute on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Flew in, no practice rounds, and finished tied second. All
Brilliant,
on his
Darren.
birthday as well.
that
30th
is
birthday.
brilliant. That is brilliant. Can't believe I'm looking into all the Monday qualifier stats.
You
and
just
didn't
took me
look
birdie. That was my birdie that week.
in- Was it?
Can't believe you just took me birdie. Never mind stats.
Sorry, brother. Sorry, brother.
Yeah, that was my birdie for the week. Yeah,
Oh,
I know. Brandon Hagee,
killed you off there.
legend. But yeah, Lee Westwood. We spoke about him, didn't we? About him. He said it's one tournament too many, but we could have told him that last week.
Hey, but also we took his girl off the bag and he brought his son in.
Yeah, and then he
And then he
donkeys it round.
donkeyed it round. So
70, 78, that final round, he missed some tiny putts as
I
well.
know. Well,
What was up with him?
Matt Jones missed a little tiddler as well on 11. Just see a little shaky
Yeah,
and nearly
little
4
shaky,
putted.
nearly 4 putted.
So it's
I think that's one of the reasons it got so tough there, because the wind had dried the course out, and you
Yeah.
could see it was like putting on glass, wasn't it? So the edges were a bit sharper, and they were just whizzing off and going 3 or 4 foot past. Yeah, but it's a tale of two events. You mentioned there about that 64-73. That's a 9-shot difference.
the syndrome that we've diagnosed them all with.
Exactly, that's a 9-shot difference.
Yeah.
And look at Matt Jones this week, 61-70, 9 shots.
There you go. It's called the 9-shot rule.
That's it.
Isn't
Keep
it?
an eye on it, people. Anything 64 and below, we can guarantee you bet on a 9-shot difference.
Exactly. Hey, let me tell you something what we're going to do as well, what I've just thought of
Go
right
on.
this second.
Go on.
on the Bogey Boys Golf Day, one of the rules is going to be the Matt Jones rule. So on that hole, you can't have practice swings.
Brilliant. Is that thing you'll be made up with you? What's his name? The chief of European Tour.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Getting practicing. Any of you morning golfers? What is it, Keith Paley?
Yeah, Paley. You can't have practice swings at certain times. Yeah.
Call it the Matt Jones, Keith Paley.
This is gonna, and it's gonna have to be on the first, so we can proper monitor it. Anyone takes more than 5 seconds, we have to chase them.
If you're turning up to the Bogey Boys Golf Day late and you've got to datch your first swing, there's nothing down here. We'll see a few tops there. No, looking forward to it. Yeah, but just a last mention on the Honda Classic then. The bear trap, we've got to talk about it. Do you know the way I told you there about the how many birdies there were on the bear trap on the Saturday? So there was more doubles on 15 than birdies.
Smart, that, isn't it?
10 doubles, 7 birdies. Right? There was 0 birdies on 16 all day. Not one player made a birdie on 16 on Saturday all day. And there was only 1 birdie on 17 all day. So over those 3 holes all Saturday, there was 8 birdies.
That's mad, isn't it?
It was ridiculous.
It's good though, isn't it? Good solid test.
It is, yeah. Just Jack Nicklaus, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He knows what gets in people's heads. But it's interesting to see, like, they're not long holes really. It's 2 par 3s. The par 3s aren't long. It's just over water, but it's just you narrow the greens down. But it just goes back to this golf distance debate, doesn't it? Where
doesn't matter.
You don't need the length at all. You've got a hole 16 there. Was it 440 yards? Was it 16?
Yeah.
There or thereabouts. So that's not a long par 4, and there wasn't 1 birdie made in it all day. So there's ways to make golf difficult.
Well, speaking of ways to make golf difficult, in the Florida Swing before this event, and what did you say, 227 balls in the water?
Yeah, 227 in the water.
227. So before this event,
237.
237. So in the Florida Swing before that, there'd been 663 balls in the water.
In the whole Florida Swing?
Yeah.
Wow.
By professional golfers, like. Do you know what I mean?
Makes you feel a bit better, doesn't it?
And you know, I don't know, this is before this week, I was meant to double check it because I put this stat in on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Ben, Ann and Adam Scott, they had the tied record balls for before this event of balls in the water. Do you know how many?
Well, Ben Ann put a few in on 17 Sawgrass, didn't he?
He had the Sawgrass splash, literally.
He must have had one. That's 2. About 30.
30 balls, professional golfers each in the water.
No, between 15 each.
Oh, 11 each.
11 each. What's the hell? That's a lot, isn't it?
And Adam Scott definitely added to that, but he got in and played it on the Thursday. I'd seen him take his shoes off and get in and go up and down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that counts. So I definitely know he added to his total, but I don't know. Should have double checked that how many more they got. But 11 balls, man, in like what? It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. 11 balls each. That's probably about the same that you put in when we done that Sawgrass game. Take 1, take 2, take 3 before we eventually beat some pros.
Some pros, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing, isn't it, to think that there's that many balls getting lost out of the PGA Tour.
Yeah. I know you go like we used to do when we were in Bootle Golf Course when we were younger. You get a shopping basket with a rope on and you
pull it in.
You pull it in, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine all the locals going in and getting everyone's golf ball there.
Signed,
sealed, delivered, yeah.
Sick.
But no, it was a great tournament. Looking forward to seeing what comes next for Matt Jones, 40 years of age, another win.
Does it get him anything special? That like is he up? I didn't look at his rankings.
He's up to 15th in the FedEx, so I think top 20 FedEx gets in the Open.
Yeah.
So
what about Masters? No.
No.
That's top 50.
No, yeah, a win gets you in the top 50 or a win.
Oh yeah, so
it gets him in the Masters, yeah.
Sick, that.
So sick, and if he keeps his place in the top 15 in the FedEx rankings, by the time the cut-off is for the Open, he'll get in the Open as well.
Yeah, because he's played the Masters in 2014.
Yeah.
Because I watched the video of him giving these 2 girls in a cafe who come and recognise him with tickets. It's mad video. I don't know what I watched, to be honest.
What was that?
Some girl,
sounds very strange.
Some girl recognises him in a cafe and she's like, "Oh, we went to golf yesterday, didn't see nothing. It was rubbish, blah blah blah." And he was like, "Well, do you want to go tomorrow?" And he would give it mad
to the Masters.
Yeah,
wow.
I know.
Need to go and chill in that cafe, don't we? Gotta fly over.
She was like, "I didn't see one golfer yesterday, and all of a sudden in a cafe, and Matt Jones is here."
Wow, amazing. That brings us nicely onto that time again.
It's that time again, y'all. The birdie boogie bust, the birdie boogie bust, birdie bogey bust. Nice.
Right, so we've just established that you've stolen my birdie there.
Sorry about that.
Brandon Hagee flies in on Wednesday, no practice round, shoots career low 62 and celebrates his 30th birthday.
Gangster.
My birdie for the week. So let's go on straight on to yours.
Well, mine is, we've actually spoken about that as well, but it's just Monday qualifiers, and I think they should do them for every tournament.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they're sick.
To get them stories off a Monday qualifier, is it? Because it's the backs against the wall attitude, isn't it? It's like,
It's not to lose as well.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
It's not
like
to
it's
lose.
sick.
Yeah, no,
Like, I love them.
yeah, they're sick, to be fair.
You know what I mean?
What a birdie. What a birdie. Do you think they should... So they've got them on the Euro Pro Tour, and they don't do them on every PGA Tour event, though, do they?
No, that's what I'm saying. Because only like, because if it's an invitational, they can't do it because you have to be invited. Like, there's a certain field, like the Isle of Palmer Invitational.
Right.
Or open, like if it opens, obviously you can qualify, and then certain other events you can qualify.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So there's just a
They're only open tournaments.
Right, that's open to anybody to
Yeah.
qualify, whereas
And they
it's
have-
not a
and-
specific, like, top 50 get invited to
Yeah,
the
but
Masters.
yeah, so you don't. That's why I don't know. That's why I was saying about the Euro Pro. Why people who are like they've done qualifying to get to it, get a category, and then someone can rock up and potentially take your money. Do you know what I mean? For 50 quid.
Yeah, it is. It's not going to stop them getting the tournament, though, is it? It's just
I know, but
extending
it's
the field.
It's just another head.
You
that
get
you don't
another
need to
person to
contend
beat.
with. But
Yeah, because if that
you-
person comes in and wins the tournament,
Yeah.
and if Monday qualifying wasn't there, you'd have won that tournament.
Imagine you come second to the Monday qualifier and
Exactly.
you're like, "Swat."
No, very good. Yeah, we hopefully there's some success stories off the Euro
Oh, I
Pro.
can't wait,
They bring it through to the challenge and they bring it through to the European Tour as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Onto the European Tour now. That's my bogey for the week. It's struggling, isn't it? The pay gap between the PGA Tour and the European Tour. I don't know whether it's just because of Kenya, but €145,000 for winning Justin Harden got.
145,000.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you compare that to Justin Thomas of the Players won 2.7 million. So his
Jesus.
caddy would get 10% of that plus a wage. So his caddy's earned more caddying at a PGA Tour event than Justin Harden did for winning a 4-day event.
Jesus.
And even when you look at this week as well, I know dollars is a bit different, so it's not as much, but Matt Jones's caddy will have picked up about $150,000, $160,000. So what you're thinking it? So that's my bogey for the week.
Yeah,
It's
do you
just
know
how
what?
do you?
I want to add to that because it's not just the top. Like there's you got Thomas and you've got Jones who are earning big bucks there, but I was looking down the list further and like 8th in Kenya it was getting you like 35 grand, whereas 40th on the PGA Tour was getting you $35,000. I know
Yeah.
it's obviously a
Yeah.
little bit more, but as a comparison, euros to dollars, it's how much? It's not that much more, is it?
Well, that's if you make
And you're coming 30th, you're making the top. You're coming 8th.
this is
You
it.
know what I mean?
If you,
30 grand.
it seems like as though if you make the cut on a PGA Tour event, you get more money than finishing top 10 at a European Tour event. And
Exactly.
they're both major tours. They've just done a merger together, so they're working together. They're both the two main tours in golf, really.
Well, that's why you can see that this Premier League golf coming through 50 millions and all that 10 paces every weekend. There.
Well, it just shows it that the money's out there, and that's why I was saying to you, like, the European Tour has got a good enough schedule, and it's organised well enough that more money should be thrown at it. I don't understand the reasons why the paces are so low and the opportunities are so scarce.
I've just realised what the logistical nightmare was.
Go on.
They've got no toe.
They have to sort in some
skin.
extra cable, yeah.
The skin one.
No, but it is. It's I seen that everybody who missed the cut in Kenya, they got £1,000 or €1,000.
For missing the cut.
€1,000. So wherever you missed the cut from, you got €1,000. So
Right.
if you come 75th or you come 150th, you got €1,000.
So you got your flights and your caddy people.
If do you know what I mean? So it's the same pace again this week in Kenya. It's another $1 million. So the winner's going to get 145k. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you win, there's nothing wrong with 145k. But I just think
for the top stage of the European.
it's a European tour
Yeah,
event. Do you know what I mean?
what
This is
you're
what I
saying.
can't. This is. I mean, if you look back at Kenya, I think from 2013 to 2016, this Kenya Open was on the Challenge Tour, and then it had a season on the Sunshine Tour, and now it's progressed to the European Tour. But
It's a glorified challenge tour event, really, isn't it?
I think so.
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I think so. But even if you look at the field, there's still players that have all played in Dubai and played over there and are doing things. And this week, again, pretty similar field. I've noticed Baldwin's in this week. Matty Baldwin's got in this week. So
Nice.
again, it's another one to look forward to. But you just think, I don't know. I suppose they're not going to shove the nose up at it because it's the top tour that they can get in, the players that are playing on it. But you think the reward should be better for the work rate that's going in.
And with like COVID and everything, what's going on, they're probably just happy to be playing golf. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can't even go to the pub, can you? Do you know what I mean?
know.
It's like,
But we talk every week, don't we, about why do players go over to the PGA Tour and why do we not grow the European Tour? We've got enough talented players there. Well, that's your reason. You go over, you get an opportunity to go to the PGA Tour and you make the cut. You're earning more than it would be for a top 10 on the European Tour.
Gone.
Not in every event because you've got the Rolex Series, but the Rolex Series, they like see Rory and Shane Lowry and all, and they'll come over and they'll take those spots.
exactly.
And it just seems backwards. They're earning all the money anyway, so that could be an opportunity for the players who've played on the European Tour the whole time to get in there. But then it goes down to the sponsors want to see the big names there because it gets more television.
But at the end of the day, if you treat it, you can only do what's in front of you. You've got to go out and try and win and try and do the best you can, and then you work your way up to them sort of levels, don't you?
Yeah, you do. But I want to see, instead of working your way up to that level and get on the PGA Tour, more investment on the European Tour so they don't have to go over. There's still enough big money events where they can stay on the European Tour and be satisfied.
It's like I said though, it's the coverage. It's the timing of the coverage. Like no one, it's every turn in the day, innit?
Well, I was thinking about this, but the PGA Tour's on in a day in America. It's only on in a night for us, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
That's all I thought about that when I was listening back, and I was thinking, yeah, but in America, they're all watching the PGA
You must
Tour.
take some time off or something.
No, it's because you've got all the superstars, the top 20 players in the world all play on the PGA Tour, the top 30, top 40, you know, but I don't know, I just think that's me bogey this week because something's got to give. I just think to win a golf tournament and finish...
It all comes down to what Phil said about earning $1 million in a tournament. He never thought it would happen.
Yeah.
And one man changed it, and it was Tiger Woods, and he's revolutionised the PGA Tour.
Yeah, but the European Tour are not going to get the opportunity for a Tiger Woods to come along and revolutionise the European Tour because they'll just move over to the PGA Tour once they get to that stage. You've got it now. We spoke about him last week. Rosner, he's got himself in the WGC Dell Match Play because he's in the top 64 in the world now. So he's playing there because of that tournament he won. So he's won that tournament and he goes straight over to the WGC. If he does well and wins that, he's never coming back to the European Tour.
Well, he's probably getting a bit of practicing for Winged Foot, is he?
So this is it. He's if he does well now and he establishes himself on the PGA Tour, he's going to stay there. He's not going anywhere else.
No, well, but why would you?
Well, this is what I mean because there's the incentive to stay on the European Tour is not there. So that's my bogey. It's
but then as the bigger ones go, it just leaves space for new people to come through, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, well, no one's arguing the system isn't a bit flawed, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's me bogey.
Yeah.
What about you?
My bogey is just JB Holmes' slow play. Just how slow is he? Like
It was ridiculous.
it just must be so hard for Matt Jones, who takes 5 seconds to hit a shot,
Yeah.
to then be leading 4 shots ahead, 5 shots ahead, and then for him to be who you're meant to be like, because you can
get out of his way.
get dragged down, can't you?
He should get out of his way. I think at the point where he's playing so bad, but then again, there's so much
like there was Matt Jones, one of the holes, JB Holmes sprayed it right, and then he hit one off the tee, and then walked up to his thing. Matt Jones walked, picked his club out, 5 seconds, hit a shot, 213 yards onto the middle of the green. JB Holmes and his caddy were farting around in the bushes, getting drops. Referees over. Matt Jones at the side speaking to I think it was Bones Mackay or like Radar or someone that was there talking about different things and blah blah blah. And then when he went to putt, when Matt Jones actually got to putt, because JB Holmes chipped it up, went up. Do you know how long it was between the shots?
What, a couple of minutes?
13 minutes.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
Between his 5-second shot and then his...
And his putt.
Wow.
When he's only on the like 11th hole, about to back
It's
nine
just so much-
nine on Sunday.
They talk about it all the time, don't they? It's well publicised, the mental side of the game and what it can do to you. And if you've got 13 minutes to think about a 5-shot lead,
Exactly.
you maybe not want to look at leaderboards, but you've got 13 minutes to kill. You're going to be looking around for something, aren't you? And
Just not even looking round, just more thinking and more like you sees up. He's 40 yards, you mean? But he's
yeah,
stiffened up. Like I don't know if he had clubs out swinging or
Yeah.
anything like that. Like,
it goes back. He should get out of his way, but when you're playing for so much money on the PGA Tour, every shot counts.
yeah, but
So he's not, even though he shot a 79 on Sunday, he's thinking a 78 earns me an extra 10k.
yeah.
So he's going to take every shot in.
But I didn't realise as well, JB Holmes, like I know he's got slow play and all that, but do you know he went through loads of surgeries, like a shoulder surgery and like
No?
he's been through the mill, like you wonder where he's been, don't you?
Yeah,
You
because
haven't seen him.
he had a boom, didn't he, like years ago, and he was
Yeah.
doing quite well. And then all of a sudden, he seemed to just
There's loads of
fall-
injuries,
fall
loads
off
of
a cliff.
a few surgeries and stuff. Yeah,
Was it? Yeah.
So I do feel for him a bit, but just slow play. You can't, there's no excuse for it.
No, there's not. There's taking your time and having a structure to your pre-shot routine and things, and but then there's taking the piss.
Why isn't he on the clock as well?
Well, he should have been,
Do you
shouldn't
know
he?
what I mean? It's stupid.
He should have been on the clock. But I might bust. We've spoke about it. Just no coverage on the European Tour
That's
for 3
mine.
days.
That's my bust.
Is that your bust? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think
Because you said it, you put it in my head. You were like, "I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna put that on and we sit there, watch the golf. I'm gonna watch all that. Got a few people that we know playing and gonna watch every second of this Kenya Open." I was like, "Lovely, I'm gonna do the same then."
and then
And I woke up and it wasn't on. I was like, "What's going on here?"
And you know what was funny about it? Like they must have had cameras there because they'd done a highlight show of the golf for an hour. So do you know when they used to broadcast the Euro Pro Tour and the Challenge Tour events,
And you'd
they
see
would
a
do
few
an hour.
shots,
They'd do an
yeah.
hour, wouldn't they, of the whole tournament really?
Yeah.
Well, they'd done a full hour of the day, so you've seen all the shots. So the video cameras were there and it was rolling, and that made me think, was it a permission deal? But
Yeah, it must
why
have
would
been.
why would they not be allowed to? It's been on the schedule for so long, and then all of a sudden they get the Sunday. So it starts again tomorrow in Kenya. So I mean, we'll touch on it in a moment. But
Someone probably bought the rights to stream out and like the output, and they've had to pay them off.
we've done a bit of audio training, have you? Output. It's the first time I've seen you use that word in a sentence in my life.
So I'm a doctor. I'm a sound engineer,
Find so much about you. You're a cocktail maker as well.
cocktail maker. Yeah,
What a man of many talents. Yeah. So that's the Birdie Bogey Bus for the week.
lovely.
Love. Right then, Ryder Cup year 1963. Yeah, we move on another year. Arnie Palmer.
Arnie Palmy. I should have got the Arnie Palmies out.
Should have got the Arnie Palmies. They'll do for now. They're lovely them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Arnold Palmer, playing captain, the last ever playing captain.
I know. Why is that? Just pressure.
I just think they start, like we said, in the 1959 when we spoke about this is the turn of events. It's now in the 3 days. It's pretty similar to the
Well, this is
format they've got now.
the first one for 3 days. Do you know that?
Yeah, so I think now the Ryder Cup is becoming more serious.
Yeah.
It's becoming more of a household tournament. You know, it's GB. I don't know when it changes to Europe.
I know.
But, it's becoming more of a.
And there's still Irish people in there.
Harry's still playing, isn't he?
Harry Wheatman's still going, man.
Ah, what a guy!
Hey, but you know what I was going to say about Harry Wheatman there? He won one, lost 8, drew 1. I'm like, just give it up, Harry, lad.
You've had enough.
We love you, like, and all that. You've had a lot of airtime.
Yeah, but it was played at the which is Eastlake now, the
Yeah.
Atlanta Athletic Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at Eastlake now where they have the Tour champions. So for the FedEx,
23 now.
I was gonna say
Landslide.
they got absolutely tonked.
And it was the foursomes were introduced.
Yeah, so it was over the 3 days. You had 4 foursomes, and then you had four better ball, and then you had 16 singles.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's different now is they've got 8 singles now.
But that foursomes,
Is it 8 singles now? Yeah, it's 8 singles now, isn't it? Or 12 singles?
12 singles.
12
yeah.
singles, sorry, yeah.
So that foursomes, which has got introduced, where is this a 2 ball better ball, or is that where you alternate shot?
Yeah, better ball is just whoever scores the better ball. Foursomes is alternate shot. So someone
Right.
takes the driver, someone takes the next shot, someone takes the thing, and then better ball is you both play the hole and finish it, and whoever has the lowest score counts.
So is that foursomes?
No, foursomes is you hit the drive, I hit the second shot.
So alternate.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They should really throw a little scramble in there, shouldn't they?
What, Texas Scramble?
Yeah, with the all at the drives,
All
the
at take the
four
best
balls
one.
against the four ball, all
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
drives. See how they get on with boss, wouldn't it?
It will be boss.
What
I
do
used
they
to love
call
the
it?
Texas Scramble.
What do they call it over there? A bramble.
Is that what it is? A bramble?
Yeah,
A
well, that's what
Sunday
I
bramble.
only got that off that Ronan.
Ronan said, yeah,
Yeah.
a bramble, yeah. Yeah, because he said on that par 3, didn't he? That no one.
No
we all
one-
hit the green and we all made 5.
Yeah,
Quality, you know, it's a tough course, yeah. But he captained the team. It was his last playing captain. Arnold Palmer lost his singles match to Peter Ellis.
no
His
way.
first defeat.
Bit of controversy as well over young 23-year-old podgy, weird haircutted Jack Nicklaus.
I know. Well, similar to what happened with Arnold Palmer, wasn't it? He didn't have the eligibility to be selected.
It's mad. So you got to be a member, you got to be on the PGA Tour for 5 years. No wonder they're all old.
Well, this is it, yeah. He got his first event. Jack Nicklaus, it's interesting because he played his first Ryder Cup in 1969, which was the year of the famous Tony Jacklin concession. And it makes you think, as he's seen that putt, and think, fuck you, PJ, for not letting me play for so many years. We're going to half this one.
Well, he did, on that season, the 63 season, he just won his 3rd major.
I know, it's
So,
ridiculous.
like, you've got a man winning 3 majors and you can't take them to the Ryder Cup.
I know.
Imagine, like, USA not taking Koepka when he won two back-to-back US Opens.
I know.
Like, come on.
I know. It makes you think, and like we spoke about the last couple of weeks on it. Arnold Palmer was exactly the same, wasn't it? And that stuck with him. That you don't get to play until you're so old, and maybe that's why the age. You spoke about the age, didn't you?
Yeah.
Whereas in the Great Britain team, they were all very young, weren't they? Like 21, 22
20
years old.
odds,
So
a few coming up 20-odd-year-olds.
there was no criteria there for them to be members before they can play.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly like the losing because they've got old players. Is it? You know what I mean?
At the pose that the way they're looking at it as well. If it's not broke,
Yeah, exactly.
If
Yeah,
it's
if
not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the one interesting thing, I know they got battered in this one, but we spoke, didn't we, about how they picked the team, and I said that they picked players based on tournaments from April to June.
Yeah.
Well, they've actually changed that now from April to September, so you're getting more of your informed players
Oh, there you go.
when they're picking the players, even though they still got beat. But no, a good tournament, another victory for the Americans. And yeah, Jack missed the 63, 65 and 67 all because of this eligibility.
So if he's won 3, when did he turn pro, Jack? Do you know?
It was early 60s, wasn't it? Was it?
Because surely by 69 he's
59.
had 5 years eligibility, hasn't he? By 67. If he's won 3
Yeah.
majors in 1963, you'd think he'd be in 67, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Be
Fact,
interesting,
few
yeah.
little fact checks on that
We
one.
need a few little Ryder Cup fact checks, see what's happening here, don't we? No, but yeah, that 69 was his first one, Tony Jacklin.
I know.
The concession, and then was it a won't pick me, will you, Sam? We'll just half this one
Exactly.
and see how it goes from there.
Yeah, I want to come and put me mark on things and give us everyone at the first half.
Yeah,
That's
there you
never
go.
gone on. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. But no, another Ryder Cup to look forward to as we continue this journey on the
Definitely.
Ryder Cup journey. Hopefully, the Britons can start winning a few. I don't know the results in the ones coming, but they just keep getting it handed to them year on year, don't they?
Joke.
And now you've got Jack Nicklaus en route.
Coming. Does
Coming
not helping
forward.
anyone, that
So
is
it's
it?
not helping no one. But yeah, we'll continue to recap these Ryder Cups as we build up to.
Yeah, we will continue.
Why?
And because I'm just moving on to a segment that I seem to be doing.
I thought you were going to say because I was proper greedy on the mic there for the 63 Ryder Cup.
No, I was just saying because you're proper ungreedy about this segment.
You can have this one.
Do you
yeah.
just not do this?
Well, you just love it
Do you
so
ever
much.
Do you, no, but
This
does
is
it-
where you
does it
shine.
does it cross your mind on a Monday and think,
I completely forget every week about it. And then when I'm travelling here, I think, surely Kev's done it, hasn't he? And then I get it and you go, oh, I've got a great one this season. So go on, take this today. You take it away.
I actually enjoy it. I do probably enjoy it. So, who we've got this week is an English lad called Connor Goff.
Okay.
right? Mad one. So because right, I seen him at the 2019 Walker Cup at Royal Liverpool. We
Oh, you and David
yeah,
went to
me,
watch it,
David,
didn't you?
and Lee went down, and weirdly, right, he hit one shot, ripped it down the middle. He was a few up. He was world number. He was the highest ranked
Amateur.
UK British amateur.
Yeah.
So he was second in the world.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, geez, who's he? And straight away, me and David both said, he's not going to be around golf for long. Him. Look at his attitude, and that stinks.
Well, what was he doing?
He's just flicking his hair back, and he was walking. We're judging a book by its cover, by the way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were literally straight out judging a book by its cover.
Too big for his boots type of
Yeah,
thing.
just look. He just looked like a proper little Essex boy. He didn't want to he looked like he'd be down like a little cheesy Essex boy sort of thing like that. Literally judging him straight off just for one hair flick.
Yeah.
And then as I was looking into him, right, Faldo said that he's got a nice swing and he holds everything and he must be confident with himself with that haircut. So straight away I was like, okay, right. So
Faldo's not shy
yeah.
to give his opinion.
And then me and David both said that he won't be around golf. And then I was reading a few more quotes saying that he's not turning pro before the 2021 Walker Cup.
Okay.
This was last year. This was this article, because I've got that one to watch for this season, haven't I? That I was doing it off.
Yeah.
He doesn't want. He said if he's not playing for a week, he said he'll go and see his mate. He'll go see his girlfriend. He's not missing out on a social life. I was like,
yeah.
okay, that adds up to what me and David sort of got the vibe off him, off one shot. Remember, do you know what I mean?
He's a bit of a boy.
Bit of a boy, yeah. And so and he's like, I'm going to do my A levels and need a plan B if golf doesn't go to plan. So then I was thinking, that's not very confident, is
If
it?
you get into world number 3 as an amateur,
2, you know what I mean?
so sorry, world number 2 as an amateur, then you've got to have that attitude as golf is everything.
Everything, yeah.
Why Tiger's so successful? I know
Selfish.
It's just
well, it's like, and then Charlie Hull was like, I knew I was going to be a professional golfer. I wanted to be a professional golfer, and that was it. Like, she got took out of school. You and Ferguson took out of school.
Yeah.
Like,
seems like he's got doubts about golf in his mind
a
already.
few things, yeah, like social life, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I thought, I see I was getting on this year. Do you know what I mean? I looked world ranking, like amateur 363 in the world. I was like, all right, okay. Tournament 5th to the 7th of February. I was like, oh, lovely. Went on at Sea Island in Georgia. Do you know what he shot?
No.
The winning score was like 400 or something.
For how many rounds?
3.
2 over level.
29 over.
Wow, and he's dropped to over 3.
He's dropped over 300
world,
spots in the world as well. Yeah.
What's happened?
So
to him?
it was a double one to watch this. It was like
So he's obviously not going to be picked for the Walker Cup then.
I wouldn't say so, no. But he was the second youngest ever Walker Cup player as well, because he's only 17.
How old is he now?
But he's only that was
19,
to be
yeah.
close to 19, yeah.
19, 20.
So I don't know if he's found the old Gareth Bale or whatever. But it's just so mad if he doesn't if he prevails. Like, he's obviously Walker Cup, he's quality player, world number 2. He can come on to the tour and all that. But if he doesn't, it's so mad that me and David spotted it off one shot.
Yeah.
And seen his attitude and both said the same thing. That
But for Faldo to make them comments
Faldo,
as well,
yeah. Mad.
There must be something, yeah. I think you can just
so
get,
it's
a,
a
get
double.
a gauge
It's a double one to watch. It's a one to watch if he comes, and it's a one to watch where he goes as well.
to see where he ends up. Yeah,
So,
interesting one.
I thought it was quite a good one.
Fantastic segment you've got going there.
I love it.
I'm
proud of myself. To be
I
honest.
think I've realised the reason why I don't do any. You've not shared that sheet with me.
What sheet?
You've just said the sheet that you get the article. You get it all off.
Oh, well, that was just for the last 5.
Oh, was it?
Oh, well, I've only done 5, haven't I? Now I've got a couple of different. I just keep typing in one to watch 2021 and getting a few people. But
No, but it's good. Yeah, again another one to add. So
Definitely.
young
I
English.
hope he
Connor
turns
Goff.
it round. Connor Goff, yeah.
I'll
He's
have
from
to have a little
Stoke
look.
ways, I think.
Is he? I'll have a
Yeah.
little look and keep an eye on him and see.
Definitely.
Well, he's not far from us. Then he'll be north of the border. Yeah, maybe he
Yeah,
plays
yeah.
in one of the Northern Order of Merit this year. We might
Imagine
hand
that.
it to you.
I just had a Connor training the Crosby plate.
He may do. Some nice golf to look forward to. We've spoke
Lovely.
briefly about the Kenya Open. We've got golf Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for the Kenya Savannah Classic, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Kenya Savannah Classic.
I know it is, yeah.
And then we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, WGC Dell Technologies match play. My favourite event of the year, this.
You like it, yeah?
I love. Obviously, take away the majors and the Masters and the excitement you get for this, but I just love the match play format. And
No, it is, boss.
it's just, yeah, because you see so much that you don't normally see in an event where, you know, people not giving gimmies that are gimmies and, you know, things like that.
And you're
it's
not
just,
bothered, are you? Because it's match play, isn't it?
It's just just one tournament to watch, and the draw's just been, so it's at the Austin Country Club as it usually is, par 71, 7,108 yards.
Yeah.
All the top ranked 10 players in the world are playing there, and it's top 64 ranked players who qualify.
Big Kev, the defending champion.
Yeah, big Kev Kistner.
Do you remember, I was doing this and I was getting a few information, but I thought, I know you always like to do the yardage, but remember that one time I done the yardage, but I done the postcode.
I actually think that was edited out, you know, that was fantastic.
Was it?
I think so, yeah. It was, yeah, you done the, I was like, no, that's not right, that. And
you were like 7,200, and I was like, no.
That was a live
I was like,
fact
it's
check.
6,900, and you were like, I was like, oh no, it's 6901 Rosé Boulevard or something. I was like, that's
USA.
the postcode.
Don't think I've let you in on the yards ever since, have I?
No, I just, as I was doing it, I thought, I'd never do this. I thought, that's why.
Yeah, but there's, obviously, for obvious reasons, there's no Tiger,
I know.
no Kepka, no Gary Woodland, he was positive COVID, had to pull out last week. No Justin Rose since his withdrawal. I think his back's still bad after he withdrew from Sawgrass.
Yeah.
And no Adam Scott. I'm not sure why Adam Scott's not playing.
No balls left.
That's fucking brilliant. Well played, lad. So yeah, the format: top 64 ranked players in the world, and the groupings. I've got the groupings here. Do you know? Have you seen the groupings?
I haven't seen. I didn't even know it was done yet.
So it's 16 groups with 4 players in each group,
Yeah.
and they all play each other once over the Wednesday, Thursday.
So
and
they're playing in
Friday.
four balls, but they're playing against. It's all match play. There's no like stroke play event before it.
No stroke play. It's
Right,
all
I
match
see.
play. So for example, in Group 1, you've got Dustin Johnson, Adam Long, Kevin Na, and Bobby Mack.
How was it done?
So so we'll just take Group 1 for example.
Yeah.
So DJ, Adam Long, Kevin Na, and Bobby Mack will all play each other once.
No, sorry. I mean, how is the draw done? Is it just random?
Well, yeah, there's strategy to it, so the top 16 in the world can't compete against each other.
Yeah.
Based on where you're ranked, it's
So there's like pots.
there's 4 different pots. Yeah, 1 to 16, 17 to 32, 33 to 48, and 49 to 64.
Nice.
Quick math.
Quick man.
Yeah. So the 4 in each group will play each other once over the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You'll get 1 point for a victory, half a point for a half. It doesn't go into a sudden death. It's just if you half the match after 18, you get half a point, and obviously 0 for losing. So the top 16 players at the top of each group will then move on to the Saturday to play in the final 16, and then in the afternoon on the Saturday, final 8, and then the Sunday semi-finals, and then Sunday afternoon the final.
Well, if you got 4 pots, then we might as well just keep the Bogey Boys order of merit the same, then, might we, and just pick one from each pot.
No, because there's 16 pots. So you have 16 picks.
What? No, there's only 4. You said there's 1 to 16, so you pick one out of them, and see how your players get on.
Oh, do you mean pick one out of each of the 4 pots?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, to see.
It's up to you. Like, it's just
We can give it.
because there's no point in there's no benefit for picking someone who's not that good and they win. Do you know what I mean? You don't get any extra points for our system. Do you get me?
Okay, yeah.
We'll work it out in a minute.
Just dropping bombshells on me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the ones. A couple of pots to look out for. There's 1 pot team which just European players in, and 1 pot with just American players in. So
Post, what you calling them pots, innit?
what are they?
Groups.
So in Group 8, we've got Hatton, Westwood, Wallace, and Garcia. All
Nice.
playing against each other, so that'll be a nice little competitive one to see
Yeah.
who comes out on top for the Ryder Cup. And then Team USA, we've got Morikawa, JT Poston, Horschel, and Max Homer. all
Decent.
playing. My favourite pot to look forward to is DeChambeau, Tommy Fleetwood, Rosner, and Kim.
Sick group. Oh, Rosner, look at you there. You love him, don't
We
you?
talk. Well, I just he's Ryder Cup contender, isn't he?
He is.
He is now, yeah. So in the field in total, we've got 17 Europeans, 16 from the rest of the world, and 31 Americans. So it's quite an even split when you think of the Americans and the rest of the world. So
Yeah.
ones to look out for in the matches from day one on the Wednesday. Rory is taking on Ian Poulter. Be a decent match. You've got
Yeah, be a decent match. Like, what? Be having in bogeys, isn't it, won't he?
both struggling. No, but they've got a bit of history, haven't they? You
Yeah.
know, and Poulter loves a match play, doesn't he? You know what he's like in the Ryder Cup and things. So
Yeah, man.
he always shines in these events. Fitzpatrick's taking on Spieth.
I want to see Fitzpatrick take on Bryson, me.
Well, yeah, that's what we could see. We could see that. Bryson is taking on Rosner.
Oh my God! If
Team
I
Rosner.
you say Rosner again,
And then we've got Westwood and Garcia. So they're my picks, selected picks out of day one to look out for the
Nice.
best matches. And then a couple from day two as well. Matty Wolf is taking on Spieth. Hovland against Wiesberger.
Wolf wants to have been in the range, mate, because he was struggling, wasn't he?
Big time, yeah. He's had some time off. DJ, he's playing my good friend Bobby Mack.
Big Bobby.
Big Bobby Mack. And then we've got Rahm against Lowry on day two as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the whole event.
Just Boston, it starts on Wednesday, innit?
It is, yeah. We've got the, hopefully if the European Tour sort out the logistical issue, we've got golf Tuesday right the way through to Sunday.
That's it. Do you know what the largest margin of victory at the Dell Match Plays is?
Tiger had one, didn't he? 9 and 8.
9 and 8,
Yeah, it was a Tiger.
But do you remember that?
Who did he beat?
Stephen Ames.
Yeah,
but
I do
Ames come
remember.
out with some comments before it saying like he's only human and blah blah blah. Like he can be, he's not
That'll
playing
teach you.
too well. Then Tiger's like, I think he understands now.
Such a man, isn't he? Such a man. I'm just looking at the schedule here to see where Bryson, DeChambeau and Fitzpatrick could meet, and they're on opposite sides of the...
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, because they could meet at the final, yeah.
Well, why are you doing that? Do you know what the longest match is ever? How many holes
In match play history.
in this event? Yeah,
27.
26.
Oh, nearly. Good guess, that.
Yeah. Mike Weir versus Lauren Roberts, and then Westwood versus Scott LaPlanque.
Are these finals or just...
It doesn't say. One
doesn't
that
say.
was one. Westwood was in 2006, and the other was in 2003. But it just says that's how many holes it went. Doesn't say what stage it was at.
Brilliant. So looking at this now, let's have a look. So I'm just thinking of potential matchups that we could see as we move down this leaderboard. You've got a potential for Bryson DeChambeau against Tony Finau. Colin Morikawa against Victor Hovland, Battle of the Youngsters. That would be a good match. Xander Schauffele's in the same group as Scotty Scheffler.
Fucking hell, be a hard one for the man.
Tongue twister there. Good luck to the commentators as well. We could see Patrick Reed.
Fall off a cliff, maybe.
He's in a group with Neiman Benenzinut and Bubba Watson. So we could see. We could see in the round of 16 if they win their groups, Justin Thomas against Jordan Spieth.
That'd be good.
But that means Fitzpatrick is knocked out, so we wouldn't see Bryson DeChambeau, Fitzpatrick. So what would you prefer? Would you prefer to see JT and Spieth?
I'd rather JT and Spieth because it'd be more of a buzz, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But like,
But you were talking
I don't
about,
think
you were
Bryson-
talking about wanting to see full-on
I
fights
know,
on
but
the
I
greens and
know. I
stuff.
just don't think that Fitzpatrick could even turn up to the tee. You know, to be honest.
I don't think Bryson's going to get past the first match, though, because he's playing Rosner, isn't he?
Oh God, yeah. Oh God.
No, but I'm looking forward to it.
That'd be good. It would be good.
We'll have a think about whether we're going to move forward with because we wasn't going to do the order of merit this week because of the complications. But
We've got to do. Now we have to do something.
It makes sense now that you've said that
If it's split up like that into groups, you might as well, mightn't you?
groups of 16,
Yeah.
and then pick a winner So you just pick 4 players, and then if your player wins, you get so many points.
Yeah.
Just do the wins, or
Yeah, well, yeah. So then you've got, imagine like a pot 4, who probably Rosner. Wins the whole
oh, I'll be
thing.
picking Rosner then.
Well, yeah. What Kevin Kistner looked like when 2019? He can't have been that high up the world rankings, can he, to be winning it?
No.
So, but we'll work that out. We'll work that out. Do you know also, and it's usually you that brings this segment on, but you know that there's a...
Why isn't Kistner playing? Here he is, yeah, there he is. He's in the group with Justin Thomas, Oosthuizen and Kucha. It's a good group, that.
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
Do you know... do you know that you usually bring this on, but the LPGA Tour's back?
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I've been concentrating so much on the men's game.
I know, you're there working on groups. I'm ready to give you all the
lowdown
on the Kia Classic. Because last time you were going the Symetra, and I honestly didn't even know what the Symetra Tour was a thing.
You didn't?
Nah.
No, yeah.
So,
yeah.
like, honestly,
it's the Challenge Tour version of
well, that's
the
what I mean. Like, when you
LPGA.
said the word Symetra, that's the first time I've ever heard that word in my life. So
See, I'm so focused about there's being 6 days of golf this week that I've forgot all about the women. Apologies,
I can't be...
apologies, ladies.
I thought I can't be not pitching in on the women's, because you were saying, oh, yeah, we're going to have to start doing the Corn Ferry, we're going to do the Challenge, we're going to do the Europe, we're going to do the Jamaica. So anyway, it's at the Aviara Golf Club in Carlsbad. And the reason we know Carlsbad is because that's where the TaylorMade Kingdom is. Carlsbad
Right.
must be a place in California.
California, it is,
Yeah.
yeah. It's where the...
Par 72, guess the yardage, and I hope I haven't done the postcode yet.
I'm going to say fact check before we've even started this. 6'4".
6558.
6558. Do you know, we didn't touch on this.
Santa Monica Boulevard, it says. Nah, 6558. That's short, isn't it?
It is, but you know, they spoke about this. It was on one of the golf shows, and I haven't took no notes, so this is just off memory, so we might have to fact check it. They're talking about shortening women's courses right down, because the quality of play is still there, but these women are going in with long irons and woods into these par 4s and par 5s, and even some par 3s, because they haven't got the distance, that you're losing the entertainment factor. Whereas the men are hitting a bomb and drives and hitting wedges in, so the scoring clubs, they're getting it closer, more birdies. The women are not getting those same opportunities because the courses are made too long.
Not all of them, though. Some of them bomb it.
Yeah, exactly. But it's when you do a compare and contrast of, if you look at the percentage of men who hit it between 290 and 330, it's a much higher percentage than in the women's game. So there's only if you put a longer course like a 6'8", 6'9" for the women, you're putting a big disadvantage to the shorter hitters.
It makes sense.
So if you bring the yardage back, the bigger hitters will have an advantage, the same way the bigger hitters have an advantage on the PGA Tour now, like your Rorys and your Brysons. But the women, like golf in general, it's not about long yardages, but because the women haven't got the yardages to begin with, and they're going in with the long irons in the woods, then they don't stand a chance really to compete week in, week out. Whereas if you give them same women the scoring clubs like the men have, then they're just as good as the men.
Oh well, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, so
let's give them. See, they can always try it, can't they?
That's what I was thinking. Give them the tools to talk.
But then it's like, it brings up the whole like, the equal rights and equal everything, and then they're chopping the courses down for the women. It's like, I thought they were fighting to be the same. You know what I mean? It's like,
but it's physical attributes, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, you can.
Some of these feminists don't care, man.
I was thinking, there's nothing stopping like women bulking up and doing what Bryson's done and putting 40 pounds on, is there?
Well, yeah. When the fella says, "Babe, do you think I'm looking big?" and you go, "Yeah, some shoulders on you there, love," and she fucking kicks off. That's when the problems arise.
That's probably, yeah, maybe not then.
But speaking of gaining £40, Michelle Wee is back after maternity leave.
Oh,
yeah.
So what's £40 got to do with that?
Well, obviously the baby must have been about that. Must have been a bit bigger.
I was thinking, where are you going with the speak about £40?
I think the doctor's bills were 40 quid. But she hasn't played since 2019.
It's good to see her back, to be fair.
Yeah.
She's quality, isn't she?
I think they're coming back this week because then you've got the A&A next week in
Yeah,
Mission
the first
Hills.
major. Yeah.
So she's back. I have a little thing. But I was reading a list of her injuries, right? So she's been in 2019, she had hand surgery. She come on the scene as a youngster, didn't she? Like,
yeah,
like what,
13.
13 or whatever. So she's had a neck injury. She had a back injury. She had a hip injury. She had a knee injury. She had ankle arthritis. And now she had a wrist injury. And a baby.
Nothing this woman can't do.
And she's had the mayor of New York talking about her panties.
I knew you were going to
She's
go
had a nightmare.
She has had a nightmare, yeah. But the fact is, she's still back and competing on the LPGA Tour. Do you
And
know
her
what I mean?
name's
Testament
Michelle
to her.
Wee West as well. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
she's married, yeah. Michelle Wee West, yeah. It's changed.
So
Interesting.
there, that's that.
A lot more golf to look forward to than I was anticipating, to be honest.
Yeah, well,
But that brings up
I seen it because Hull was going over to
Oh, California.
California, and I was like, oh my god, this week. I thought,
Yeah.
like, I will have this, but I'll do a little bit. Didn't realise I'd have to take the reins on that.
You
one.
take the whole range, yeah. Well done, sir. No,
Lovely.
very good stuff.
Say one thing that is great about this week at the Dell thing, I get to have what I've been howling on about for the last couple of weeks.
Go on.
Get to pick me picks later in the week and have a think about it. So they're getting sprung on me, and I've got to do it on the show, and I'm getting tired 36 miscut. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm coming for you now.
I know.
35 points. You had a good week this week, and you got 10.
Who did you have?
I had Camilo Villegas. He got a top 10. That was 25 points. Neiman.
What pot was he?
Pot 4.
Jesus.
I know. I had Neiman, who made the cut. Neesmith, who made the cut. And Malnati, who had an absolute stinker.
Few people had Malnati, didn't
They
they?
did, yeah. He was a big player, yeah. And then we had James Hahn, WD, withdraw.
No.
Quite a few had him.
But I would have had no point if I didn't. I took Berger out, didn't I?
Ridiculous.
Controversial one, was it?
Very controversial. Because you put that post, because you'd pick Daniel Berger, you put that post in. And normally, if you've picked somebody and then they withdraw pre-tournament, you'll get their replacement, and their replacement missed the cut.
Yeah, but I got sent that information from someone who picked Berger, who was in the standings, who said, "I'm going to change." So if he's changing, then
I was happy to agree with it. But if do you know what I mean,
you
that's
weren't
the
happy when
difference.
Lowry was up there, though, was you?
I think that was a difference for about 20 points. So we'll see how many points you had ahead of me at the end. But no, for this week, I think if we do the 4 pots, so like we spoke about in the rankings, and then you pick one player from each of those 4 pots, and then we'll give points dependent on it if they win.
I think pot 4, if it comes second, you should get something for that. Do you know what I mean? If a pot 4 makes the final.
Okay. So what we'll do then is, I tell you what, you'll get points if your pot 1 wins, you get set amount of points.
Yeah.
And then in pot 2, you get win and runner up.
Yeah.
In pot 3, you get
1, 2,
win,
3.
runner up, and 3rd place. And you get, if you make it to the Sunday in pot 4, you'll get points for 1st, 2nd, 3rd or 4th, because they have a 3rd place player on the
good.
Sunday.
All right, that's boss.
Yeah.
I'm into that. I'm back on that.
We're back on that.
Yeah.
So we'll get our picks out then.
Love how we do things on the fly, you know.
On the fly, yeah. We're good, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll release the pots. We'll release and we'll do a post which will provide all the information about how you're going to score your points, and it won't make it too complicated because it's complicated enough.
Well, that's it. That was simple as any, wasn't it? Really.
Very simple, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'll get to thinking on my picks, and we'll do a post tomorrow, and we'll release the pots. But until next week.
Ciao.